Hi, I'm Yorgos Alagiannis. I'm on the faculty here at the Darden School, teaching in the finance area. And I'd like to talk to you about a new case that I recently developed on the weekend. I call it the weekend that changed Wall Street. It may be a misnomer because perhaps nothing changes Wall Street. But it is about the weekend when Lehman Brothers filed for bankruptcy, and talks about the events that led to it and also the events that came after. Lehman Brothers, of course, one of the legendary investment banks, very important and very involved in many different markets. And since this case is taught in course of capital markets, it does talk about two very important markets that Lehman Brothers was involved in. One is the commercial paper market, and the other one is the credit default swap market. We perhaps all remember that the week after Lehman filed for bankruptcy, many of renowned firms had problems refinancing their commercial paper. And the case talks about this, talks about what this commercial paper market is all about, and talks about the events that led to the famous money markets breaking the buck. And the second important issue that this case talks about is the whole market of credit default swaps. Why do they exist? What role they serve? How they started out as great instruments that allowed investors to parse out credit risk and leave it for the party that is most capable of assuming that risk, to becoming speculative instruments by investors that didn't necessarily need to have the underlying credit exposure. The case describes some of these changes. It also describes the more, I think, broader and bigger question, which is the question of should the government have saved Lehman, or was it indeed too big to fail case? This case also comes with a teaching note, and in there I have outlined the types of questions that I ask my students and the way I try to go about analyzing the two different markets, the commercial paper and the credit default swap, as well as discuss the issues of too big to fail and moral hazard.